One, and the best thing was the caliber of the students that I got to work with. We had just a really um, talented, interested, eager group, and that was great.
And one of the best things about it is they bring ideas and skill sets and insights that I would never have expected. The probably the best example and the most famous was in the toll project when the undergrad brought the entire ecological inference technique over from um, the voter registration world. It's nothing a civil engineer would ever think of. And here this whole technique came in, which was a huge part of why the project was so um, uniquely done and so has been viewed very positively around the country.
Since the data scientist basically allows the whole team to fully utilize the arsenal of data science. Plus, as a project lead, you can rely on the data scientist as a co-pilot for successful project management. So it was really unique experience.
The fact that DSSG makes available or sets up learning opportunities in particular analytical tools and techniques has been really helpful. And I've really appreciated that, in that if we need somebody to learn GIS, suddenly 5 or 6 other people in DSSG would be really interested in learning Postgres or something along those lines. And magically a Postgres class appears to bring them online. And then the research scientists who support us do remarkably well in helping the students in technical areas where I know what their problems are and I know how they need to be solved, but I don't have the skill set to actually solve them. So the fact that those resources are there and support is also a really wonderful thing.
It was kind of a digital cold room. It didn't have web connections. And our two data scientists who work with the team, Valentina and Jose, were super helpful in figuring out a workflow where the students could share code, the students could still work collaboratively, they could still kind of meet the data science standards around documentation while maintaining the security.
After the conclusion of the program, the DSSG fellows volunteered to work together further to package our work from the program into publication, in addition to making our code and data openly available. This work allowed me to test out high-risk, high-return project idea, which was quite novel back then in 2017 and 18. So it gave me really timely confirmation and confidence to focus my whole research program in academia around disaster-related research in 2018. And also the project provided me with essential preliminary results to pursue and secure additional research grants from external sources.
We're working on a manuscript, and more broadly, like I've cited our summer work in further grant applications and talked about the implications of this. It's a new data source I'm trying to develop, and a new data resource. And I think this was really helpful in terms of having kind of the proof of concept that other people can come in and use this data and use it for questions that have implications for social and economic equity and well-being.
What surprised me, wow, how quickly the camaraderie came through. They really turned into teams really quickly, and they got along remarkably well.
It was so thoughtfully put together with attention to, I think, all parts of the scientific process, like a lot of thinking through what do we want from external stakeholders, what do we want from communication, what do we want from documentation. And it was just a luxury to have like professionals who think about that paired with the team all the way through.